Welcome back, everybody. Now, in this lecture, we are going to take a look at group boards. So we're going to be locating some very popular group boards in our niche, and we are going to interact with those group boards. So in other words, we are going to pin on some of those group boards. Now, there's a huge advantage in doing this. I'll explain that to you in a moment. But before we do that, there's one more thing we should do. We should follow some accounts in our niche, and we should repin and like some pins in our niche. Now, to do that, it's quite easy. Just go to the search bar and type in your niche. Find some pins that you like and click on the like button. That's that little heart here, and that's just liking a pin. So do that with a few different pins, and then you want to repin some pins. So just choose some more pins, click on the save, and pin to one of your boards or create a new board. And just keep on liking and repinning. So you can choose different categories as well. You can add different keywords up here. So I've got wine, but well, here's one, wine bottle crafts. I could try that. Just click around and search around and find a variety of pins to like and a variety of pins to repin on your boards. So aim to like 20 to 30 pins and more if you have time, and aim to repin the same 20 to 30 pins. And then once you've done that, click on people and follow some of these related accounts. And aim to follow 20 to 30 accounts in your niche. Now, once this is done, you're ready to start locating some popular group boards in your niche. All right, now there is no actual directory of group boards on Pinterest itself, but this website here, pingroupie.com, this has a directory of all the group boards on Pinterest, and it's sorted by category, number of pins, number of followers, repins. Now, this has not been updated for 5 months, but it doesn't really matter because the big group boards on Pinterest, they will be just as big, if not bigger. They'll be bigger now than they were 5 months ago. So you're still going to be able to get what you need from here. Now, you can sort by followers, pins, collaborators, likes, or repins. But what I suggest you do first of all is I suggest you find your category, and then I suggest you sort by collaborators. Now, collaborators are people who are allowed to pin on this board. So you don't want boards with only a few collaborators because they are not going to allow you to pin on their boards. You want boards that accept collaborators. So they're accepting a lot of collaborators, and that's going to give you a much higher chance of being accepted to post a pin onto this group board. Now, you're going to get a lot of exposure by pinning onto one of these group boards with a lot of followers. So what you need to do is you need to hover your mouse over the description, and in this description you're going to get some information about the board, and sometimes you will get contact information for the board owner. Now, I just filtered this by wine because I want to find boards that are about wine, not just about recipes and food. And hovering my mouse over the description of this one, a great place for all kinds of wine drinkers to come together and share their favourite wines, accessories or tips. No inappropriate content, as always, happy pinning. So let's go ahead and open this one up. And the first thing you want to do is follow the board. Okay, now what we want to find really for ease is we want to find group boards that in the description they give us the contact details of the group owner to make it easy for us. So this one here, Community Wine, hovering my mouse over the description, I can see that she gives us a way to contact her and request an invite to pin on the group board. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. And this is the same description as we saw over here. And she says, make sure that you're following me at, and here's this URL, which is the same URL up here. So we'll click on follow board and then send your Pinterest name to this email address here. But before you do that, you want to make sure that you've been following the board for about a week. You also want to follow these people here. Well, this is him. It's a him actually, not a her. So follow him. He is the group owner. And go ahead and follow the other two as well. Now the rest of the collaborators are listed here, but you don't need to follow them all. Just follow the ones where the profile picture is showing up here. Now on the group board that you want to be accepted to post a pin on, scroll down and like and repin some of these pins. And as well as liking and repinning, you can also comment on some of the pins. To comment, click on the pin, and right here on comments, click the drop down box and add your comment. So in other words, you want to interact with the board, probably do this for about a week. And you know, when I say do it for about a week, I don't mean do it every day for a week. But make sure you've liked and repinned several pins on this board and you've commented on a few pins as well. Just do that over the space of a week and then follow the instructions in the description so that you can post pins on the group board yourself. Do this with several group boards. Don't just do it with one, because you probably won't get accepted to all of them to begin with, because they will look at your account and they'll know it's brand new. So to begin with, you may not get accepted to any, so you have to be a little bit patient. You may not get accepted to post on any group boards for several weeks after having your account. There's nothing you can really do. You just got to go through as many of them as you possibly can and request as many as you can. Now eventually you will get accepted to some of them and you will be able to pin on them, but it's a case of patience and it's a case of perseverance. Now the other thing to be mindful of is that once you have done these initial things on your account, so you've set everything up, you've created your boards, you've liked some pins, you've repinned some pins, you've requested to join a few group boards, don't just ignore your Pinterest account then completely. What you want to do is spend maybe 10 minutes a week, that's all you need, a couple of times a week, so 5 minutes twice a week, to pin some things onto your Pinterest boards, to like and repin and comment on some other pins in your niche. But it's literally only 5 minutes twice a week, it's literally only 10 minutes a week. Make sure you keep it up, don't forget about it. And now I just want to give you some kind of rules and guidelines, the ethics of posting on group boards, to make sure that you don't get banned from that group board or you don't do what is not expected on that group board.